Well, g'day everyone. It's Charles Mackenzie on behalf of Infected Blood Australia, and today the world is grieving a spate of deaths which have come after these COVID-19 injections. And we have the death of the American boxing great Marvin Hagler, who died after having received a COVID jab. Now, his great friend Thomas Hearns, who himself is a very famous and brilliant boxer, messaged just before Marvin's death that his friend Marvin wasn't feeling so marvellous after receiving one of these COVID jabs, and then Marvin lost his final fight, which was with this injection, or may have been connected to this injection, I should say. Then we have some deaths in Europe that are connected to the AstraZeneca COVID jab that seems to be linked to some blood clotting disorders that have led to patient deaths. Now, that's important for Australia because the AstraZeneca vaccine is being manufactured here by blood products and company CSL. And CSL have already been indemnified by the Australian government for this AstraZeneca vaccine. So if we see any of these blood clotting deaths here in Australia, and we hope that we don't, but if we do, those people in those families have no recourse. Their only hope really would be to come and join us, and we don't want that. We don't want any more members, because that means more people have been harmed. But if you or your loved ones, unfortunately, are harmed by this, we will receive you, and we're the right people to speak to as well, because we've had thousands of people in Australia who've been infected through Red Cross and CSL tainted medicines. And in fact, CSL, who are making this AstraZeneca vaccine, we're still waiting to hear back from them as to what the bloody hell went wrong with their other medicines that killed 1,400 of our mates. 1,400 Australians have been killed by this company CSL. Millions of us are about to be lined up and injected with them and these manufactured AstraZeneca things that they're making. Again, they've been indemnified. What a worrying situation. And then, of course, over in Utah, in the United States, I was very moved to hear a retired Air Force pilot, American Air Force pilot, grieving the loss of his daughter, who's in her late 30s, a single parent. She'd worked in a plastic surgeon, and it was a requirement of her job that she have one of these vaccines. I think it was a Moderna vaccine that she received, and she had the second injection. Suddenly the injection site became sore. She became very dehydrated, was needing to drink a lot of fluids, then complained that she wasn't able to urinate, and unfortunately her liver failed, and she leaves behind some children and a very upset father. What a situation. It's almost now, with all of these adverse events, it's become it's not so much a whodunit, it's who's next, isn't it? Which one of us will succumb? Well, we're very unhappy with this situation. We're very unhappy with these indemnities because CSL, of course, have damaged our group and damaged victims of Australia's deadliest medical scandal very, very badly with these indemnities. We're stunned that the Australian government would allow CSL to have yet more indemnities after having just killed 1,400 people. So, stay safe. We really need you to stay safe, and the best way to stay safe is to consider your options, okay, and do your research like we do, because clearly the mainstream media are not properly reporting these links. I mean, it's almost a case of see no evil, hear no evil. If you look up the mainstream media talking about Hagler, you won't see much on what his friend Thomas Hearns said was that his death came after a vaccine. Well, if that's what one of his best friends can say, that's what we'll be saying. There's a question mark, and it needs to be investigated. So if any of you out there are concerned, contact us. If any of you feel bullied or coerced unfairly by government or anyone else, an employer or anyone, come and see us, because we're victims of Australia's deadliest medical scandal, and we've been through all of this before. and we're happy to go through it again to defend Australia and our rights for fair and safe medicine. Thank you very much. Goodbye.